last 5 years was an off-Broadway musical. It was a duet about a young woman and a young man who meet, fall in love, get married, and break up in a span of 5 years. And it's all done through song, not operatic song, individual songs in solos, and one duet. Actually, two duets. But the chronology is that all of her songs start at the end of their relationship and go to the beginning, and all of his songs start at the beginning of their relationship and go to the end. And by going back and forth, they meet in the middle during his proposal. And by going back and forth, it's this fascinating exploration of a love affair, of the highs and the lows, and how much you can be in love with someone and how much you can lose your identity within a relationship, and when it's great and when it's not great, and how sometimes love isn't enough, and how sometimes love is all that there is. And these two, Anna Kendrick and Jeremy Jordan, play the two leads, and they're spectacular.
I've done more complex stuff on stage, but in film and television, I've not really been able to like delve deep and really have something that's really intimate, and I've loved this piece, like we said, for a long time, and I knew it, and I knew that I could go there and relate to it and really understand the complexities of it, and so the second that it came up, on the radar, I was like, I will not stop until I get that, and I didn't. I mean, I was very tenacious about it, which is not really characteristic of me. But I think it does allow so many different colors, and actually the best part for me in terms of an actor is I got the low brow, I got the dark brooding kind of look, and a lot of people cast me as such. And Jamie has a little bit of that towards the end, but my favorite parts were the young Jamie, where I got to play someone just happy and in love and excited about life. And that's something that I hadn't really gotten to do in a long time, and not on a big scale. So I really enjoyed doing that as well. I think it's sincerity and passion and commitment, because I think so many musicals, and the reason a lot of people are stray away from musicals, because it feels hokey and inauthentic and grand and larger than life. And I think when you get down to the grassroots and make it a real story, and make it, especially with a movie, because a movie is interested in the intimacy between characters, and I think especially this one. I mean movies in general. And so when I think a successful musical delves into that while still having the sort of grandeur of song.
It's very important. I believe that content dictates style. I'm not a guy who is impressed by movies or anything that's just about style. This content is intimate, it's emotional, and I'm asking an audience to agree with me that the people in this film sing instead of talk. So because of that, I was determined to make it as raw and organic and real and grounded. I didn't want to Hollywoodize it. I didn't want it to be glossy. If she's at a second-rate summer stock company, then the dancers have to be second-rate. I never wanted it to be big because it's a small, intimate story, and it had to be kept that way. So I think honesty is what Jeremy's saying as well, makes a good musical.
Well, I think just to add on to that, I mean, the first time I saw the movie, and I knew it sort of making it, and people around me reiterated the same thing. All the movie musicals that we can think of, especially recently, are big, splashy, grand things. And to have like an indie musical, a sung-through indie musical, it feels to me like it. Hopefully we're successful, and it opens a lot of doors for people to sort of view cinema making in a different sort of way in terms of making musicals, because it doesn't have to just be that big thing where we have to do huge production numbers and big
Not
set
when you have
pieces.
talent and great content. You just want to see that, and you just get out of the way and let them do their thing. So having no money and less time actually was an advantage.
It's a beautiful way of telling a story, I think.